back to Black Site tonight. We're going to talk about Lenor roasting Umar Johnson, asking him a simple question. Where did the money go? First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Lenor has been leading the charge against Umar Johnson. He has made it his life duty to expose Umar Johnson for being a fraud. In his last video that he just made, it was a confirmation basically asking Umar where the money went. And basically, he played a multitude of videos of Umar Johnson spending money, talking about money, and basically telling the people that this man used the money on himself, possibly gambling, putting it up his nose, or whatever devices he has that he spends millions of dollars on. But I'm glad that Honor and so many others have joined the cavalry to expose this man. I was a huge follower when I first listened to Umar Johnson. He reminded me of the late Jawanja Confucius, who talked about the problems of young black boys. So many of us love to hear what he was saying because we believe that he was speaking the truth. But the more we start seeing of Umar Johnson, we start seeing a different side of him. We start seeing a shady side of him, a fraudulent side of him. And I'm glad that Lenor Honor and so many others have decided to investigate his life and how he spends money on this FNGD, whatever, academy that's in Delaware that has still haven't opened. He's been talking about this school for 10 to 15 years and it's still not open. I said in a previous video that Umar Johnson could have started out his school with one grade. 3 first graders, 3 classrooms of first graders with teachers, administration, and everything you need to start a school. It would have been extremely small. But each year he could have added on a grade, added in more teachers, more students. And he could have did it slowly. Made sure that he knew how much money he needed, how much staff he needed, and he could have truly sold it to the people. But he didn't want to do it that way. Remember at one time he wanted to get St. Paul University to make it into a school where you have to stay on campus. Remember that one? That fell through. And he came through with this campus in Delaware. And we know that this campus has had plenty of problems. So many people have asked to help him. He has denied help. He has accepted some help. But it seems like this school is becoming what we would call a dumpster fire. Simply because it doesn't take this long to get a school off. Sometimes it may take 1 or 2 years if you have proper planning, but it seems like he never had proper planning. It seems like he doesn't have a board. He puts together financial statements that to me don't look good. But he continues on this crusade of opening this school to where people are sending him money, but they don't know where the money is going. It seems like it's a black hole. And now he says that his bank accounts are frozen. Well, your bank accounts are probably frozen because you're doing something, if you have a bank account within the institution, that they see is wrong. He hasn't showed us any information that his bank accounts were frozen. It seems like he has done this several times because scammers forget they leave a paper trail, especially on digital media. He forgets about that. So he continues this crusade, which may take 30 years before that school opens. But as long If the scam is giving money, he will keep the scam going unless the government steps in, unless the IRS steps in. If they step in and say, hey, wait a minute, you're doing a lot of funny activity with this money, with this academy in your personal bank account, which should be separate. If he's the leader of the school, he should possibly take a salary, if that's who he truly is. But it seems like the money comes in and out of his hands. He's doing speaking engagements all around the world. So why doesn't he have any money? Those speaking engagements that he does, he's getting 10, 15,000. Where does the money go? Is it going to a Swiss bank account or a bank account in the Cayman Islands? Hell, I don't know. But it's not going to finish that school. And let me tell you something, to run a school, I'm talking about a school, just one building, with if he's having classes from kindergarten to eighth grade, it may cost you $5 to $10 million. It's very expensive to run just one single school. I'm talking about a school. And he should know that. He should know the ins and outs of the finances of running a school so he can present it step by step. This is what I need. This is how many teachers need. I need how many principals, how many administrators, how many people to run the school, the janitors, and everybody who runs that institution. He should know that by heart. And he should be able to present it to the public so they would know. But he's not going to do that. He refuses to do that because if he doesn't, it will show his inadequacies. It will show that money is missing, that money has possibly being misused, possibly gambling, going up his nose, going on women. We don't know. And that's the real problem. So I'm glad that Lenor is out here roasting him every night because people like him need to be exposed. They need to be exposed to the public, especially the black community, because we're always looking for a hero to come save us. And he knows it. So many others have tried the same scam, but in the end, they end up getting caught, they end up being exposed, and the community turns on it. But I think it's going to end a lot different from Umar Johnson. I personally think it's going to end because he's possibly going to get arrested. That's how I feel. He has been doing this fraudulent activity so long, it has become part of his life. He can't stop because he doesn't believe anyone will stop him. But one thing, once the government steps in, if it's the state of Pennsylvania or if it's the federal government, they're going to audit those files and they're going to look at him closely. And if he has done something wrong, they will prosecute him. And we'll see what happens. But thank God we have so many people on his neck, so many people trying to take him down. And not because they're taking him down because they don't like him, it's because this has become a scheme, a scam on the black community and on how we feel about our children. I would want to hear your comments in the comment section. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.